with the whole discussion of gay marriage, who should get married, who shouldn't get married, what are the consequences of gay marriage, one of the questions that Christians tend to throw out there is, well, if we allow gay people to get married, what's next? Will a man be able to marry a dog? Will a man be able to marry a child? And will a man be able to marry multiple women? God bless America, what will happen if there is polygamy? Now, most people with the IQ of about 40, I will respond, well, first off, a child can't consent legally, so don't worry about that. Well, a dog can't do that either, so you're fine there. But they tend to stop right about there. And they just go, well, see, that's just a slippery slope. That's a slippery slope fallacy right there. But they don't, at least as far as I've ever heard, actually respond to the claim about polygamy. Now, personally, I don't see why Christians have a problem with polygamy. I mean, hell, look at King David and King Solomon. Man, they had bunches of wives and concubines. And boy, David was a man after God's own heart. And remember, this is the same bloodline of Jesus. So if there was anybody living in sin, probably shouldn't be David or Solomon, right? That's not going to be good for Jesus. But to get back to the point, we seem to just go cry out, no, that's the slippery slope fallacy, and then just end it right there. Well, unfortunately, that actually falls under the fallacy. Well, we'll be pointing out that something's a fallacy and then just stopping right there, stopping the discussion. And I think it's wrong, because I honestly believe that people that ask, what about polygamy, are bringing up a very fair point. Now, when we argue about, consenting adults, we're always like, well, as long as there's two consenting adults, then what's the problem? And then, of course, the Christians say, well, then what's to stop 3 or 4 or 5 or 10? That's a great question. Me personally, as I see it, and as I'm just my naive understanding, I honestly don't see a problem with it. I mean, I'm personally not really into polygamy. I don't know if I can handle having 2 wives. I mean, 2 wives, 1 set of in-laws is enough. But then all of a sudden to have 2 in-laws, or 3 or 4 or 10 sets, dear flying spaghetti monster, I don't know if I would survive. And then you gotta remember their birthdays, and then remember your first date and when you married this one. I mean, sure, maybe you could keep 1 wife that's as like just who's your secretary and your note keeper, and who can keep your dates in track, and she can text you and let you know, hey, by the way, wife number 3, her birthday is in a week. Maybe that could work, but I don't know. I don't plan on trying it out. But other than that, I honestly don't see the problem with it. If 1 man and 2 women, or 2 men and 1 woman, or 2 men and 2 women, they want to get married, can we really tell them that they can't? Do we have any real argument to say that no, it was okay for gay people to get married, but not you, because that's just weird? I mean, I think the only way we could is if we could there was some kind of peer-reviewed paper showing the negative consequences of, a polygamous marriage, then maybe. And that to me is really, that's about it. But I mean, I don't know if that's ever going to come out. I mean, sure, maybe we could study like the Mormon marriages and see how well they stay together and how well the kids are doing. Which brings up a really good point. We kind of make fun of Mormons for having, polygamous marriages, but I mean, is that really a problem? Is that really something to kind of scoff or sneer at or make fun of? I mean, I don't know. But I think the Christians may have a point. We are redefining marriage which is perfectly fine by me, because if you're not a Christian and you don't see marriage as this institution brought upon by God, but you see it as a civil union, then really, marriage is just getting redefined all the time. It seems it's almost arbitrary. It's just a matter of just everybody in the world knowing this person and this person, they're together, hands off. But what can we say in the future of future situations where people like these polygamous relationships, what if they want to get married? What do we tell them? Do we allow them to get married? Do we shut them down? Where do we go from here? So I would like your opinion. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what it is you guys think. I'm really curious. I personally say, hell, let them have their marriage. But how far do we go? 1 wife, 2 wives, 3 wives? Where do we make this distinction? Well, that's it. This is the Atheist Chef signing off. Peace.